A pleasant day to each and everyone, to all the participants of this International Conference on Technology, Language, Education, and Culture 2021. Magandang umaga, a Filipino way of saying good morning. I would like to express my sincerest gratitude to Beyond Books Publication, together with the Colorado Global Schools and Colorado Language Program, of course to our CEO President Dr. Leonilo B. Capulso, to Ma'am Shinette Gonzalez, and to all the organizers and partner groups. I am proudly honored to share to you my insight about digital pedagogy, challenges and opportunities in times of pandemic. So I am Dr. RIOGEL SANTIAGO. As educators, we experienced how the pandemic changed the educational system, not only here in the Philippines but all over the world. Education has changed dramatically with the distinctive rise of e-learning, whereby teaching is undertaken remotely and on digital platforms, according to Lee and Lalani in 2020. And Gaspar in 2020 emphasized that the new normal education comprises of shift on learning space from face-to-face interaction to distance learning, shift of delivery methods wherein we use modules and we use different online platforms for our students, for our learners, and shift of responsibility wherein the parents and guardians are nowadays empowered to guide their children in distance learning. So not only as educators or teachers. And lastly, the shift of learning evaluation. Now, it is very important for us in this context to understand very carefully what digital pedagogy is. BECTA or BECTA in 2008 emphasized that today's students use technology to be constantly connected to their friends, family, for information and entertainment. Technology also allows them and allows us also to connect with more people, to connect with other people in more ways and more often. The current generation seamlessly transition between their real and digital lives as well. It is for the reason that we educators need to be immersed in technology through digital pedagogy. And when we say digital pedagogy, it is not only about using digital technologies for teaching, wherein rather, digital pedagogy is more about the using digital tools thoughtfully, as it is about deciding. We need to decide when not and when to use these different online platforms, these different digital tools. And this is also about paying attention to the impact of the digital tools on learning, according to Hazelin in 2016. Now, there are also certain factors that drives us into digital pedagogy. And we have two factors. We have the social and we have the pedagogical imperatives. When we say social imperatives, we are referring on how technology is inclined in the social aspect of a person like us. If we will look on what the data is telling and saying to us, digitalization, this different technology, these different online platforms is already part of our lives, and we cannot deviate from that, especially to our students, to our learners. That is why we educators must also go with the flow. We must also upgrade ourselves in the different platforms that we can use, that we can engage, no? We can engage our students when it comes to the technology integration. Now, when we say pedagogical imperatives, we are now referring on how technology can be integrated in our teaching and learning process. The new normal education offered us technological perspectives in handling classes through different online platforms, different technologies, which I think is one of the opportunities brought to us by this pandemic. Now, we need also to understand the TPAC, or the Technological Pedagogical Content Knowledge. When we say TPAC, or Technological Pedagogical Content Knowledge, It is a theory that was developed to explain the set of knowledge that we, educators and teachers, need to teach to our students. No? We need to teach our students the subject matter. We need to teach effectively. And at the same time, we need to integrate and use technology wisely and carefully. And that is according to Mishra and Kohler in 2005. So in understanding TPAC, good teaching is not simply using or adding technology to the existing teaching and content domain. Rather, the introduction of technology causes the representation of new concepts and requires developing sensitivity to the dynamic, transactional relationship between all these three components. In short, there should be a balance between the technology, between the pedagogy, and between the content knowledge. Through the different online platforms that are offered to us, educators, in this time of pandemic, we can make our classes more interactive and engaging. Now, we are actually in the second year of experiencing this new normal of education. As educators, we faced and still actually facing different challenges when it comes to the internet connectivity difficulties, challenges in integrating technology in our classes, lack of modules, lack of gadgets on the part of the students, and a lot more. But let us always remember, we have this winning attitude. We can consider all of this as problems, but into brighter perspective, we can call all of this as challenges. But I'm also convinced personally that new doors will open for us if we will look all of this as opportunities. Opportunity for us to grow, to improve, and to learn more. And we should always remember this simple yet powerful saying that the curriculum is the road, our style of teaching is the driver, technology is the accelerator, our passion and commitment is our gas. But at the end of the day, we should always remember that we are doing all of this for our learners, for our students, because student learning is our destination. So as educators, we use technology to make our class more engaging and interactive in this new normal of education. That is why technology in our hands will be a transformational one. So with that, thank you and God bless. Ingat tayong lahat.